All right, everybody. Good morning. Coming to you from Suburban Ice Center in beautiful Detroit, Michigan. This, this morning we're taking on the Pittsburgh Vengeance. Pittsburgh's a team that's ranked slightly above us. So off the face-off, Pittsburgh wins the draw, goes back to the D. Defense is going to start skating up through the neutral zone. They're going to bring it in. Offsides is the call. Miller takes the draw this time. Defenseman falls down. Oh, Berryman tries to chip that puck around. Blaine's going to go back on that puck as it was thrown all the way into the zone. Blaine rims it around up to Stanley. Stanley picks that puck up on the half wall, tries to get it out. It does go out, and now Vengeance has to regroup in their own zone. Puck sent all the way in, no icing. Brandon comes out and plays it, has to make a save as it went right to their player. Brandon wants to be on it early, so he decides to Pickering just throws the puck all the way down the ice, and that goes for an icing. Misses the goal by about a foot. Fish takes the draw. Face off. Oh, controlled by Vengeance. Now brought in. Shot wide of the goal. Barth's going to get to that puck. Comes through the neutral zone. Barth sends a pass over for Kaiser. Too far for him. Now the puck gets thrown back into Carshield's zone. Now thrown out. Barth comes away with it again. Barth just can't get it deep. Can't get it past their player. Now Fisher gets put against the boards by two players. Shot by Kaiser. Saved by the goalie. Lacoste pinches on the boards. Puck comes out. Fisher slides it over to Given. Given back to Fisher. Fisher dumps in and goes for a change. Vengeance sets up in their own defensive zone. They're going to bring it through the neutral zone. He's going to skate it. Now he gets the red line and dumps it in. Lacoste, Given, go back on that. Given gets to that puck first. Given still fighting over in the corner. Now the puck comes out to the point. D to D pass. Shot saved by Buell as he got kicked his leg out. Pitcher missed on a check, kind of fell down there. Falled. Gibbon rims the puck around, looking to get it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Pittsburgh takes a shot, blocked by Flogger as he goes down. Another save by Brandon from a long shot. Springer is going to pick that up, take it around his own net. Backhands it out of the zone. Flogger in on the forecheck, D to D pass. Nice little tip pass. Yep. Flogger picks that up, catches him on a change. Flogger's going to cut to the center, goes around a guy. Pitcher is offsides. Face off, one back to Rawls. Rawls over to Blaine. Blaine pass, hits a stick, comes back the other way. Blaine tied his guy up in front as the centering pass went right through the crease. Rawls ties his guy up in the boards. Blaine defends over in the corner. Pittsburgh with it. Pass back behind the net. Rawls goes to the other corner. Gets to that puck. Flips it up to JR. Can't get it out, though. And now it's held in. Defenseman comes in. Kaiser blocks that with his shin pad. Now Vengeance try to throw it right back in. Blaine defends back down below the goal line. Now out. Vengeance still looking. Cuts to the center. And a save by Brandon as we got Rouse and one of their players. Rouse and one of their players tied up. Nobody goes to the box. Everybody goes back to the benches. Miller to take the draw. Miller wins the draw towards Gibbon. Pass all the way down the ice as Vengeance went back to the point, and it went through their point. Now Vengeance sets up in their own zone. They're going to bring it through with speed. Kicked out to their defense. Now they cut to the center, poked off the stick by Berryman. Gibbon goes over, defends. Miller puts his guy into the boards. Pickering comes over to help out. Gibbon there as well. Puck still tied up in the corner. Gibbon has his guy pinned. Now Gibbon just flips off the glass and down the ice. Icing. Fisher to come take the draw with Barth, Kaiser, Schrader, Lacoste this time. Barth can't get that one out as it was held up right on the inside. Fisher goes into the boards. Lacoste now out to the point. Shot by blocked by Kaiser. Great block. Quick shot off the half wall. Hits the side of the net. Still left in. Puck still not out. On who? Who's the penalty on? I wonder. And Evan's gonna pick that up, and so we got an interference call on Barth. Coaches are not happy about that one. They disagree with that as they're having conversations with the ref. Flogger pitcher, come on. Lacoste, Schrader, stay out. Face off one out of the zone by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sets up in their own defensive zone. Flogger in on the forecheck. Flogger, nice poke check. Forces them to regroup in their own zone. Now pass over to the wall. Cross ice pass. Flogger still defending. Now offsides. Oh, Pittsburgh fans on the pass. Now pass out to the center. Flogger. Shot saved by Buell. Blaine kicked that one out as it was going to. And Carshield gets it out, and they're going to go for a change. Long pass. That should be an icing, and 40 seconds left on the penalty to Barth. You got Rowles, Pickering, Kaiser, Springer out trying to kill this last 40 seconds off. Offensive zone face-off. Face-off won by Vengeance. Long pass, cross ice, centering. D-to-D pass. Walk the blue line, back to the other D, back to the center. Mishandled. down to the half wall, back out to the point, back down to the half wall. Shot. Buell makes the save. Springer tries to clear that out, unable to do so. Long shot, deflection. Penalty is over. Barth back on the ice. Pickering puts his guy into the wall. Pensions, good play by Louis. Louis able to defend. Now it goes over in the corner. Can't see what's going on. Now Vengeance cuts to the center and pass up. Pickering defends as one of the Pittsburgh players cuts into the center. Now he goes around the net. Pass D to D. Back down, blocked by Springer. Springer tries to get it up to Kaiser, unable to get it out. Now Rouse gets it over to Kaiser, but can't get that one on now. Kaiser denies entry. And that will be an offsides. Face off won by Vengeance. They put it in. Gibbon rims it all the way around, not out. Long shot, deflection, wide of the goal. Gibbon defends in the corner. Somebody else is over there with him. Fisher was over there as well. Now the puck gets rimmed around. It's going to go all the way down the icing. They wave icing off. JR gets in on that forecheck. Pittsburgh comes out the other way, and now Vengeance is going to come through with speed. Gets through the feet of Lacoste, goes to the end board. Now curled up at the corner. Now back down low. Cuts to the center. Pass over to the far side. JR defends. Into the feet. Gibbon. Miller pushes his guy, or pushes that puck away from the center. Now Miller picks it up, and Miller's going to slide it all the way over to Stanley. They got a 3-on-2. Oh! Shot that was deflected and went high. And that's an offsides. .609 left here in this first. Miller takes the draw. Berryman, Barth on the wing. Puck played in, now back out, now back in. And Berryman's going to get on the forecheck down below the goal line to Pittsburgh. Now the puck comes rimmed around. Blaine pinches in, keeps that in. Now it comes out. Blaine's going to fight to keep that in. He does. Now the puck comes out. Miller pushes his guy against the boards. Pittsburgh comes through. Pickering has a good stick and knocks his... Noah ran into a guy going for a hit and bounced off of him. Shot, and Brandon makes the save. Somebody having a conversation with the ref on our bench. Who it is? Rouse is having a conversation on the bench. Pitcher throws the puck in, gets around a guy. Pitcher goes in on the forecheck, rimmed all the way around out to Ridgway. Ridgway takes a long shot looking for a goal. He had his first goal of the season yesterday, so I think he's feeling it a little bit. Puck tied up right on the boards, 2 Carsfield, 3 Pittsburgh. Now it comes out, kept in by Flogger. Pittsburgh takes it around their own net. Breakout pass hits the skate of one of their players. Now they send it up. Good stick by Flogger, and Flogger gets the puck back at center ice, sends it over to Springer. Springer looking for help. Now Flogger comes in, gets it down deep. Actually, it's on the half wall. Pitcher, big hit in the corner. Flogger pushes his guy into the wall. Now Pittsburgh comes away with it, and they're going to slide it through. Ridge slows him up enough to where couldn't get around him. Buell makes the save on a shot. Puck out to the point, long shot. Flogger went for the block and ended up going wide. Buell was there anyway. Puck back out to the point. Another long shot, deflection out high. Flogger working hard to stay in front of that puck. Now drop pass out to the center. Shot saved by Buell as it goes over into the corner. Those are the type of shots I think Brandon would take all day. Springer puts the puck in, goes into the corner. Goalie actually paddled it towards the corner. Springer comes away with it. Three guys on him. Now Springer, no trip, no call. Now Pittsburgh comes through the neutral zone, dishes off to the side, goes into the corner. Lacoste defends. Oh, Kaiser now given all over his guy. Puck back. Lacoste intercepts that, and he's going to get the puck out of the zone. Kaiser in on the forecheck. Pittsburgh goes D to D. Up the wall. Too far for anybody. No icing. Given goes back and picks that up. Given reverses back over to Lacoste. Lacoste kind of gets held up in the skates. Now, Pittsburgh goes D to D. Long shot. Saved by Buell. Given rims it up the board. Right. Now is out of the zone. So that will be an offside as their defenseman grabbed it and pulled it back over the line before the shot. We got Fisher, Kaiser, Barth, Schrader, Pickering. Puck knocked in. Blaine knocked that down. Over to Pickering. Pickering slides it up to Kaiser. Kaiser to Fisher. Fisher just gets the puck deep. And they're going to go in on the forecheck. Barth is down there. Now Fisher comes over to help out. Now the puck gets rimmed up the boards. And Pittsburgh's going to come away with it with speed. Defending is Pickering. Puck gets put in the corner. Pittsburgh falls down. Now Pickering sends a pass up to Barth. Barth slides it over for Kaiser. Kaiser picks that up, takes it into the zone. Kaiser takes a hit in the corner. Now the puck comes out. Blaine pinches in, keeps that down low. Now puck gets rimmed around. Pittsburgh picks it up on far side. Now back down low as pitcher throws it back down. Pittsburgh's going to try to exit the zone with speed. Errant pass, and now Pickering throws it back in. Kept in by pitcher as he hits his guy into the half wall. Now rimmed around. Flogger's there. Flogger goes for the hit. Puck comes loose, and we're going to have a high stick on us. So pitcher is going to have a high stick penalty. So Carshield will go to a penalty kill for the remainder of this period. I didn't see it. No. Springer to take the draw, along with Kaiser, Ridgway, Rowles. Face off one back to the point by Pittsburgh, back down to the half wall. Rowles able to push that off the boards. Not out, though. D to D pass, now down to the half wall. Back out to the point. Back down, shot, saved by Brandon as it was loose, and he juggled it up in the air and batted it down and then gets sent down for icing. But we'll take that. Face off. Won by Carshield, but then controlled by Pittsburgh. D to D pass. Back out to the point. Quick shot right into the belly of Buell. He's in perfect position. 54 seconds left on the penalty to pitcher. I'll get it right one of these times. Face off one out of the zone. Miller's going to get there and put pressure on their D. Now they go D to D again. They're hoping to just kill some time down in that zone. Now they're going to come through with speed. Errant pass. We got to get to that puck first. Givens does, and he's able to throw it off. Not out of the zone, though. Out to the point. Back to the half wall. Given goes in and defends. Back out to the point. Back to the half wall. Cross ice pass. Miller puts that. Oh. Given puts his guy into the wall. Whoa, just throws his guy down. Big clean hit there. And Miller just throws it out of the zone, and that will do it for the period. So after 0-0, 6 seconds left on the penalty to pitcher. Here goes, start at 2, 15 minutes on the clock, 6 seconds left in the penalty to pitcher. Draw one by Pittsburgh. They regroup in their own zone. That kills off that penalty. So pitcher is back on the IR. Penalty should be over. What's going on? It is over. What the ref was talking to him for some reason and told him to stay in there. So, oh, sorry, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Pass out to the point. Quick shot, wide of the goal. No. Long shot. Buell blockers that up in the air, gloves it down, and we will have a face-off. So that was a very odd thing coming out of the box. Is the ref was talking to pitcher, and I believe he told him to stay in there for a couple extra seconds. So Mike got out about 10 seconds late. I'm not sure, even though the penalty had expired on the clock. All right, so Fisher to come in to take the draw. One back by Pittsburgh. Quick shot blocked in front. Fisher gets it around that. Fisher bounces the puck over to Ridgway. Ridgway's going to get to that. Throws it up the boards. Gets it to Barth. Barth chips it out of the zone. Now puck bounces right to Kaiser in front. Oh, just couldn't get past that guy. And then now Pittsburgh regroups, brings it down through the zone. Nice crisp pass. Back out to the point. Shot deflects off Kaiser and out of the zone. Rawls rims that puck on his backhand all the way around up to Barth. Barth gets that puck out. squirts off his stick. Now Pittsburgh brings it right back in. Pittsburgh is very good at regrouping and bringing the puck in with speed. Quick shot, deflection. What a save by Brandon, as he was, again, in perfect position. He couldn't even react to that. He just had to be there.
That was going beautifully right in. Let's go, Brandon. Do we need to start that hashtag going on right now? Yeah. It's the best I've seen all year. All around team.
Face off, tied up in front. Now Berryman comes away with it. Berryman gets that knocked off his stick, though, and kept out by Lacoste, and then thrown back in, and that's offsides. Face-off one again back by Pittsburgh. Carshield struggling on the face-off dot. Oh, hits off the stick of Given and goes over the net. Ben gets hit in the corner. Given comes away with that puck. Gets it up. Doesn't get it up to Stanley, as Stanley was expecting it. Now, quick shot covered by Buell. Again, Buell will take those shots all day, every day. Face off one by Carshield, backhanded back in, hits the glass and stays down. Looked like it was going out for a minute. Now, quick shot wide. The goal, puck stays in again. Given tied up all over his guy. Puck gets rimmed back around. Ben had to dodge the ref. Now, puck back out to the point. Shot wide of the goal. Brandon jumps on that as it's never came back out in front. He got it on the side of the net. Well, we've only had one power play this weekend.
We've had a few.
Did we? Okay. Oh, puck bounced out to Tyler. He's able to get that out, but regrouped. Good poke check by Tyler, though, and he's going to go in, takes it into the corner, puts his guy into the wall. Now Pittsburgh comes away with it, and they're going to skate it through the neutral zone, take it in onside. Pickering forces his guy to the corner. Pickering rubs him against the wall. Fisher gets held up. Kaiser tries to get that puck out, held in by their defenseman. Still in. Pickering again pushes his guy towards the corner. Pickering now pass back out to the point. JR blocks that with his legs. Quick shot. Brandon makes the save. Well, he cross-checked Blaine across the back right as he was, after the Brandon covered. Face off one. Blaine's going to get that over to Springer. Springer gets it in deep. On goal. We're taking the little victories now. Puck comes in. Stick knocked away by Blaine. Back up to Springer. Springer to Pitcher. Pitcher gets the puck out. Puck brought. Not in yet. Offsides. No call. Yeah, they weren't watching. Puck dumped in deep. Brandon comes out and plays it. It bounces almost out in front of the net as he was behind the net. Pickering just throws his guy down. Pickering bounces the puck off the end boards, but nobody's there for Carshield. Now it goes out to the point. Long shot, deflected, went wide. Yep, it looked like it went through somebody, but it ended up going wide of the net. Blaine ties his guy up in the corner. Pitcher comes over and levels the guy. Surprised that didn't get a call, honestly. Flogger takes a quick shot, saved by the goalie.
Double or shots.
Little victories, little victories. Fisher comes to take the draw, tied up. One back to Rouse. Rouse, quick shot. Ooh, saved by the goalie. Kaiser pushes his guy. Fisher keeps that in. Now the puck exit. Nope, it kept in. Now Pittsburgh picks it up, sends it through. Oh, Barth and Kaiser team up for a little tag team hit there and level a kid. Kaiser makes a nice little move, gets it back to Rouse. Rouse takes a shot, deflected off a stick wide. Fisher with the puck sends it out to Ridgway. Ridgway walks, sends a little sifter back in. And now Pittsburgh is going to exit the zone. Kaiser back checking hard. Rouse. What a save by Brandon as he's had his post covered perfectly.
I guess Caleb told Christopher yesterday during the Grizzlies game on the video, he goes, they're going for long shots. So do one of your long shots where you're clear on the goalie.
Face off. One back to Pittsburgh. Shot. Brandon. Oh! High stick and no on them. So Brandon knocked it up in the air and their kid hit it out of the air above. No. Shot and a glove save. No. Brandon knocked it up and the kid knocked it back down. So it was a high stick on Pittsburgh, but we ended up touching it first, so that negated that call. Miller takes the draw. Long shot, wide of everything. Stanley bounces off the boards, gets hit. No icing, as somebody could have touched it, they're saying. Berryman on the forecheck. Now, I can't see who came on. Stanley's working hard to back check. Now dumped in by Pittsburgh. Goes all the way around the net. Brandon plays it up to Given. Long shot. Wide, going wide, but Brandon just decides to glove that and get a stoppage. .8:39 here in the second period. Face-off won by Carsfield. Stanley comes away with it. Stanley bounces it up the boards to Noah. Noah has an edge, backhands it towards the net. Doesn't get on goal. Goes wide. Stanley has it. Stanley stopped. Dan Stanley's going to take a penalty. So Pittsburgh is going to go to another power play as they control the puck here. That play was offsides. The refs aren't really watching offsides on this game too much. Puck down to the half wall. Miller gets over there. Pack out to the point. Cross ice pass. Long shot. Brandon makes the save. And high stick. And that's going to blow it dead. So Carshield will go to the penalty kill again. As Brock's going to go in for a cross check. They called it a rough. but it was a cross check from behind. So
Let's go, B. Caleb's giving Brock some motivation.
Blaine's talking to the ref, asking about what about them running Brandon. So Fisher to take the draw with Springer, Schrader, Pickering. Face off one back to the corner. Blaine ties his guy up, gets them all. Puck out to the point, down to the half wall, loose puck. Pickering goes in, now back out to the half wall, back out to the point, back to the half wall, back down low. Brandon's going to cover that. Flogger pitcher come on in the forward position. Blaine and Pickering stay on.
I'd say tight, like Sioux Falls did against us.
Face off one by Flogger. Pickering backhands it up, not out. Now it goes out to the point. Flogger squares up, trying to block that shot. Now, and a save. And let's see what the net comes off. So we're going to do it again. It's okay. Keep getting stoppages. We'll be okay. Face off one straight back to their point. They're going to walk the blue line, looking for an open shot. Flogger. And a deflection right in front goes in with 50 seconds left. So shot from the point, and that ends up going in. So Carshield goes down 1-0. Face off one. Berryman tries to take that in. Dumped in. Brandon comes out of the net, sets it up for his defenseman. Now he passes over to Ridgway. Ridgway up to Miller. Miller was hit. Pittsburgh controls. Miller all over his guy. Now Rowles pushes that puck not out of the zone. Bouncing puck. Brandon covers. Pitcher to come in and take the draw. Pitcher wins that back. Flogger up to Springer. Springer has pitcher. He gets it hung up in his stick and he couldn't get it out. Now Flogger comes over, pushes it forward. Now it goes into the zone. Pitcher going to get on the forecheck. Gets there. Pitcher still battling. He has two guys all over him. Good stick by Flogger. Now the puck comes out and it's going to be a race to that loose puck. Shot wide of the goal. Might have big hit by pitcher. Nice clean hit though, and long shot, goal again from the point. So that's Vengeance brings it right back in, given ties his guy up, throws him down. Ben just rims the puck around, not out. Kaiser doesn't get over to that one, and now Vengeance keeps it in. Quick shot, saved by Brandon. Blocker save. Fisher back behind the net. Fisher battles in the corner, comes away with the puck. Fisher still fighting. Fisher gets hit from behind. They got a penalty, so we're going to get a power play. No, we're going to get a power play. No, he's not. We got the possession. So Carshield will go to their first power play. All right. So Carshield goes to their first power play. Pitcher, Flogger, Springer, Schrader, Pickering. Face off one back to Blaine. Blaine walking the blue line, sends a pass over to Pickering. Pickering back to Blaine on the point. Blaine takes a quick shot into the belly of the goalie. Face off again, one back. Back over to Blaine. Blaine, quick shot. Oh, deflection. Pitcher cycles down low. Pitcher looking for help. Now back out to Pickering. Pickering to Blaine. Blaine bobbles it back over to Springer. Springer back to Blaine. Blaine over to Pickering. Pickering back to Blaine. Blaine looking back over to Springer. Springer back to Blaine. Blaine shoots. Shot. Might have been high. Then pitcher puts it into the netting. Stays in the zone. So 49 seconds left here on this power play. Face off won by Pittsburgh this time. They're going to throw it all the way down. That will be an icing. Pass back to Blaine. Blaine over to Pickering. Pickering back to Blaine. Blaine walking the blue line, looking. Back down low to Berryman. Berryman back to Blaine. Blaine still looking. Back over to Berryman. Berryman walks to the center. Gets a stick. Hits a stick. Miller able to regain control. Back out to Blaine. Blaine backhands it over to Pickering, and he puts it back in. Pass out to Lacasse. Blue line back to Blaine. Blaine's going to pick that up and go. Nice pass up to Berryman. Berryman takes a shot. Goalie has to jump to make that save. He's going high. Now Pittsburgh comes away with it. Penalty has expired. So a couple shots on the power play there, but nothing capitalized. Pittsburgh still controls. Back out to the point. Long shot. Blocker saved by Brandon. JR. Ben ties his guy up behind the net. Back out to the point. D to D pass. JR blocks that shot with his stick. Given fighting below the goal line. Given pushes his guy into the boards. Now pass out to the point. JR goes down to block that shot, forces a wide shot. Berryman tries to chip, can't get it out. Now sent back in, and Brandon's just going to cover. Fisher, Kaiser, Barth, Ridgway, get Riles, one back to the point, quick shot, saved by Brandon. Face off one, straight back to Brandon, and he just covers up. 2:15 left here in this first period, or second period, I should say. Riles picks that puck up, rims it around the board. Nobody knows where it was going. Barth gets to it. Barth takes a hit, stays with the puck, able to muscle his way out of the zone. Barth goes in. He's going to take it wide. Barth puts his shoulder down. Puck comes loose. Kaiser tries to backhand it. Oh, puck goes through the crease. Barth back to Riles. Riles gets his stick knocked in, and that's going to be offsides. Fisher wins the draw back to Ridgway. Ridgway over to Riles. Riles puts the puck in deep. Fisher in on the forecheck along with Barth. Puck comes back down low. Now it's going to come out of the zone as Pittsburgh takes back over. They're going to go. Ridge steps up, keeps that out. Now Ridge has it again. Ridge gets hit. Both players go down. Centering pass. Back out to the point. Shot hits somebody up high. It's going to be that hit Ridgway up high. So that's a hand pass that will come out of the zone. Minute 17 left here in this second period. Blaine steals that puck away, overskates it though, and now gets sent back in on side. Pickering, good defense by Pickering. He just falls on his guy. Brock tries to throw it out of the zone, doesn't get out. Noah able to interference on Pittsburgh, so we will go back to the power play here. Brownie giving Blaine a couple instructions. Now Blaine going and relaying it to the other players. 53 seconds left. Let's see if Carshall can't equalize, at least get one back here before the end of the period. That's no icing as it was tipped, so Blaine's going to go back and pick that up behind his own net. Blaine sets it up. Going to just send a pass over to Flogger. Springer sends a pass. Blaine looking. Blaine pass up to. Can't get set. Pass back to Blaine too. 20 seconds left here in the period. Blaine cross ice pass up to Pitcher. Pitcher gets it in. Controlled. Oh! Blaine kept that in. Quick shot towards the net. 1 second left, and that is it for the period. So 37 seconds left on the power play when we get back. All right, so
Game is 31-9.
face off controlled by Pittsburgh. Now they bring it in. Blaine defends, pushes his guy wide. Pitcher picks it up, slides it over to Pickering. Pickering gets the puck in. Ooh, bouncing puck. Flogger's going to get over to that first. Flogger just dumps it in deep. Springer down low. 9 seconds left on the power play. Springer gets it back to Pitcher. Pitcher back to Pickering. Pickering over to Blaine. Blaine slides off his stick, and they slide it all the way down. Nice pass by Brandon. Gets it on the tape of Springer. Springer looking. Oh, just can't. Just passing's just a little off this afternoon, or morning, I should say, not afternoon, morning. Puck kept in off the stick of Springer. Kaiser gets there. Kaiser braces for a hit. Now just ties it up. Puck down below the goal again. Springer in on the forecheck. Now Lacoste. Puck gets hung up on the wall. Now it comes out, and it's going to be an odd man rush going the other way. Cross-ice pass. Nice pass to the center. Ooh, beautiful little play. And they just missed it. As a Fisher's going to go through. Fisher's going to take it to the wall. Goes through a check. Kaiser was driving the net. Got a tick on it, I believe, but goalie made a save. Now Fisher behind the net, still fighting. Pittsburgh's going to come away with it. Pittsburgh comes through the neutral zone, looking. Nobody knows where the puck's at. Oh, Gibbons going to pick that up, and Gibbons going to skate it out of the zone. Gibbon braces for a hit, pushes his guy back. Kaiser picks that up, gets it over to Miller. Miller dumps it in. Gibbon in on the forecheck. Miller there as well. Now Pittsburgh sends it around the boards. Pittsburgh sends a pass up. Rouse defends, stands his guy up. Now it comes out. Doesn't come out of the zone, though. Comes out to the point. Can't see what's going on in the corner now. Carshill comes away with it. Rouse is going to pick it up and go for a skate. Rouse shoots it into the legs of one of their players. Now Miller able to keep that puck in. Miller dumps it down deep. Barth hits his guy below. Centering pass. Hits off the leg of Berryman and back below the net. Now Pittsburgh's going to come. Barth puts his guy into the wall. That should be icing, and it is. Rouse, Ridgway, Berryman, Miller, Stanley. Pittsburgh slices through Carshield players. Now below the net. Miller has this stick hung up in somebody and he can't get it out. Now it comes out to the half wall. Back down low. Now on the half wall again. Ridgway's going to go back and pick that up. No, they beat us to it. Shot wide of the goal. Ridgway puts his guy square into the wall. Ridgway picks it up, backhands it around the boards. Berryman's going to pick that up. Berryman can't get it out, though, and now Rouse puts his guy into the boards. Berryman just throws it up towards the blue line, still not out. And Ridge is just going to throw it up. Hit from behind as Stanley gets leveled from behind. Rouse is going to pick it up. Rouse gets bodied off the puck, still with it, though, and gets it into the zone at least, and Carshield makes a change. Much needed change. Long shot off the glove of Brandon, out of play. Pitcher takes the draw. Face off. One back by Carshield. Rimmed around. Out. So that will be offsides. Face off. One by Carshield. Back to Pickering. Pickering over to Blaine. Blaine intended for Flogger. Puck. One by Carshield. Now it gets out. Oh. This puck bounced right to Flogger as they threw it out of the zone, and he brought it right back in, but pitcher was fighting hard to get out, and he just was a step behind getting out of the zone. Face off. Won by Vengeance. They put it all the way back into their own zone. Flogger has it on the half wall, cycles down low to pitcher. Pitcher puts his shoulder down, driving towards the net. Pitcher still trying to fight get towards the net. Now the puck gets hung up in the corner. Pitcher, Springer there. Springer fighting. Springer comes away with it. Springer uses the point. Kept in by Pickering. Pickering takes a shot, hits off a stick. Now back over to Flogger. Flogger to Springer. Oh!
Rolling on the stick, or rolled up on the side.
Blaine keeps that in, sends it back down low into the corner. Centering pass hits off the skates of Springer. Springer fans on that pass attempt back to because Blaine tried to contest it, so I guess he got his stick, and that's why they waved icing off. Now dumped all the way in, offsides.
Good shift. Let's build on. Definitely rolling. Long.
Face off, won by Vengeance. D to D pass. Good pressure by Kaisers. He made their D hold on to it for just a second longer than he wanted to. Now puck dumped all the way in. Gibbon goes back and picks it up. Plays it off the boards, not out. Centering pass, nobody there. Kaiser's going to pick that up. Sends a pass up to Barth. Barth has speed. He's going to go through the neutral zone. Barth puts his shoulder down, delays. Now the puck gets knocked off his stick. Lacoste takes a hit, throws the puck in deep on us again. Barth for a rough. So Carshield goes back to the penalty kill.
Was it rough?
Evan
I didn't see it.
Evan goes to the box. It's more of a retaliatory. It was a more of a retaliatory play. Yep. So Pittsburgh wins the draw. Out to the point, back down low, shot high of the goal, I believe. Now to the other half wall, back out to the point, back down low to the top of the circles, off the crossbar or post it might have been, but now out to the point. Kaiser trying to square up to the shot, now back down low, centering. Kaiser got a stick on it, at least to knock it off of them. Given rolls through somebody, given just a one-man wrecking crew because he doesn't have a stick out there. So Given puts his guy into the wall. Fisher defends, shot wide of the goal. Back out to the point. Kaiser pushes, shot. Puck's still not out. And Gibbons is going to get a cross check from behind in front of the net. Yeah, it was a cross check given. So Carshield goes to a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds, and then a minute and 28. Pittsburgh's going to call a timeout. All right, so after the timeout, 2 seconds left on the penalty, so they have a 5-on-3 for 2 seconds, and then we will go to a 5-on-4. That kills that penalty off. Now, cross ice, and they score. As yeah, guess the timeout worked. Face off one back to Ridgway. Ridgway plays it into a skate. Now it's brought right back in. Centering pass, guy all alone. Shot, saved by Buell. Rowell's fighting over. Rowell's gets knocked down. They're going to get a penalty. So Carshield will go to the power play now. So they're going to go on a tripping call as they pulled Rowell's down. So let's see if Carsfield can't equalize. You know, we're not going to have a three-pointer here, but if we can't get a goal, get on the board here.
Let's go. Hey, we'll take that. We'll take it. It's good, dude. Oh man.
Timekeeper resetting the clock. Oh,
Put it on the wrong side, but whatever.
yeah, they have the penalty on the wrong side, but we'll go with it. Wish that was our score. Flogger with it. Flogger sends it back down low. Just a little miscommunication between them, and Blaine keeps that puck in. Now it comes out. Flogger's going to keep it in. Flogger sends a pass over to Pickering. Pickering one-timer. Pitcher there for any rebound. Goalie makes the save. Ah, what do we got going on here now? All right. So face off. One back to Pickering. Pickering over to Blaine. Blaine walks. Tries to hit the bumper in front. Now back out to Blaine. Blaine looks. Sends a pass over to Pickering. Pickering bobbles it right into the slot. Come on. Save. Pickering regains control of that. Back to Blaine. Blaine looking over to Springer. Springer shot. Saved by the goalie. Pitcher right there again. Oh, we got a little different power play look here as we have one defenseman, four forwards out there. Puck one back to Barth. Barth takes a shot, deflected just wide. Berryman with it on the half wall. Berryman looking. Berryman still with it. Shot. And we are going to have a breakaway as shot and a goal. Coaches gambled on that one, putting one defenseman out, and Carshield pays for it. Vengeance win that back. Cross ice pass all the way out of the zone. Lacoste is going to go back and pick it up. Bumper pass over to Fisher. Fisher's going to go through. Fisher gets it over to JR. JR doesn't handle that, and it goes into the corner. Now puck all the way out. Player got behind our defense. Ben's going to be able to get back, but it's a 2-on-1. So Brandon makes a great save. Cut to the center. Wraparound attempt denied by Brandon. Carshield maybe not a morning team. Blaine telling pitcher something right before the faceoff. Pitcher wins it back to Blaine. Pickering goes around. Puck around the end boards. Blaine defends. Pass out to the point. D to D pass. Flogger trying to square up to that shot. Pressure. Long shot. Wide of the goal. Pitcher's going to pick that up. Pitcher gets it up to Springer, bounces over his stick, but comes out. Now denied by Pickering. Glove down by Blaine. Pitcher gets interfered with. Springer the referee comes in with some force and throws their guy out of the scrum. Offsides. Face off right outside of the car shield zone. Pitcher takes that draw. One back to Blaine. Blaine passes over to Pickering. Pickering up the wall. Going to be icing. Unless pitcher can touch that first, he's able to beat that puck down to the goal line to negate the icing call. Flogger, pitcher, down in the corner. Now Springer down on the half wall. Puck still tied up down there. Blaine pinches behind their defenseman, or their forward, I should say, and they didn't expect him to be there. Now it's going to be a race back. Long shot blocked by Flogger. Flogger chips it out of the zone. 2:46 left here in this game. And puck thrown back in offsides. Nice face-off win by Fisher as he won it to himself. He takes it in, chips it towards the net. Oh, Kaiser hurdles the goalie, kind of. And now Pittsburgh brings it back in, defended by Ridgway as he pushes his guy outside. Oh, that should have been a penalty. How is that not a penalty? I mean, you got Fisher bringing up the puck. Fisher and Barth tag team for a hit. Now puck sent back in by Ben. Cross ice pass. Kept in. Barth throws it back down into the corner. Kaiser down low. Minute 42 left in the game. Kaiser in on the forecheck. Pass up out of the zone. Given puts it right back towards the blue line. Not in though. And we are going to have a penalty on them as they trip JR. So pretty much kills this rest of this game off. We should be on the power play unless we can score quickly. And face off one back by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh rims it around the end boards. Kaiser gets over there. Pickering there as well. Pickering ties it up. Fisher fighting. Kaiser. Now the puck goes back below the goal line. Fisher's going to beat them there. Fisher out to Barth. Barth over to Blaine. Blaine back to Pickering. Pickering. Centering pass. Shot. Barth off the side of the cage. Net comes off. Fisher to take the draw. Minute 6 seconds left. Clock was running a little early. Pickering looking, playing. Pickering shot just wide. Barth fans on that. Keeps it in, though, as he's able to get a stick lift. Now he cuts to the middle. Just too much. Needs to make that pass. Fisher looking. Now the puck's going to come out of the zone. 37 seconds left. Pittsburgh's going to come in. Onside. Blaine gets a stick on that. Now Fisher takes over control. Fisher passes up to Kaiser. Kaiser puts it into the zone. Not deep, though, and it's going to come right back out. Blaine's going to go back and pick it up in front of his own net. Blaine gets the pass up to Barth. Barth over to Lacoste. Lacoste gets the puck in the zone, gets tied up, and Lacoste takes a hit below the goal line, 2 seconds, and that is it. So, disappointing loss again this morning to a good Pittsburgh team. They are a very complete team. There is no bottom line on this team. They're even all the way throughout. So, we are back at it today at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6. So I'm double checking that real quick. We are back at it at 6 p.m. Detroit, 5 p.m. St. Louis time for our game against Honeybaked. And then we will have one game tomorrow. Not sure on the time of that. Just depends